Give your girl some grace, because listen, this was my first video. She did it. She did it. She did her first video. Hello, my name is Dericka Scott. Welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys how I lost 89 pounds. She did that, okay? Postpartum, I was in the trenches. But you know what? I lost 89 pounds. And not only did I lose 89 pounds, it just kept falling off. It keeps falling off. Stay tuned. Okay, so first thing that I want to talk about is walking. Yes, walking. I typically get around 10,000 steps a day on a bare minimum, but I've gotten up to 20,000 steps in a day, depending on what I'm doing. So walking, the things that I want to point out is that it's convenient, super convenient. Make it easy, keep it simple. One of my favorite ways to walk is to just go outside and walk my neighborhood. If it feels good outside, I'm gonna be outside. Me and my son, after I had my baby, fresh postpartum, we went on so many walks, y'all. So many walks. I will wear him on my chest and we will be outside all in the sun. My baby was chocolate that summer because we was out there. Make it enjoyable. Walk with friends, walk with family. I like to walk with my daughter as well, my son and my daughter. Lose that all or nothing mentality. Like, I actually struggle with this, where I feel like if I don't have an hour to do it, then I'm not going to do anything at all. Which really, if we have 5 to 10 minutes to do something. Even speaking to my people that's super busy like myself. You have 5 to 10 minutes. If you can do 5 to 10 minutes, just do 5 to 10 minutes. Don't not do anything at all, because those little small habits that we change makes a difference in the long run. So what I usually realize is that when I have time to do 5 to 10 minutes, I usually got time to do 30. Starting is the hardest part, and also wasting time. Just wasting time thinking or scrolling or doing whatever. Like, you have your 5 to 10 minutes to knock that habit out. Get you a walking pad. My walking pad has been a game changer for me. I live in the Midwest. It gets cold. It snows. All I got to do is go in my basement and start walking. I've put so many miles on my walking pad because I overuse and abuse that thing, if I'm being honest. I like personally getting up before my husband and my kids, and just by the time they get up, I've already gotten my steps in, honey, because I use my walking pad. You can go to your local gym. Another thing I like to do is I walk to and from my gym because it's not far. Also walk in my neighborhood because my neighborhood is safe, so I'm able to just walk my neighborhood, which helps me get those steps up. Local metro park. You kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone when you walk at the metro park, because it's nice outside. The sun is out. You getting the sun. You getting the fresh air, nature. Like, you able to kind of relax within that walk. The thing that I like about walking the most, honestly, is that you don't have to be fit to walk. Like, you don't have to be a workout guru. Walking is so easy. Anyone can do it. You just walk at your own pace and just do what works for you. What I forgot to mention was that I got my walking pad from Amazon. Amazon has plenty of walking pads, but I looked up like the specs and stuff and just chose this particular one. But really, $100, $50, however low they go, all of them work really great. The whole point is for you to get those steps in. You just pay or buy what is affordable to you. Every new habit that you build is kind of like a compound effect. So like, you put your money in your savings account, is going to build over time as long as you don't touch it. You put your money in the stock market, it's going to build over time as long as you don't touch it. That's kind of how I look when it comes to being consistent within your fitness routine or your fitness journey, is that you're just going to compound over time, and essentially you're going to reach your goals. Which brings me to my next one. Eating in a caloric deficit. So they have like calculators and stuff online where it'll tell you like what your maintenance calories are, which are the calories that you consume that'll keep you at your current body weight. Eating in a deficit is eating less than those calories, and then eating in a surplus is eating more than those calories. With eating in a caloric deficit, I do not count my calories and I don't count my macros. I know you probably thinking, how you know you eat in a deficit if you don't count your calories? It's because when you eat whole foods, they're typically less calories than like processed foods. So I watched a video and someone said that like when you go into the grocery store, the perimeter of the grocery store is usually where the whole foods are, and down the aisles is where they keep the processed foods. So I typically shop around the perimeter of the grocery store. Another tip I would say is to cook your own food. I like to cook my own food because I know what I'm putting in my food. I know exactly what ingredients it is that I'm consuming, versus when I go out to eat, which I do go out to eat. We just saying like most of the time. I partake. I'm not going to miss out on going out to eat with my family. So it's about what you do most of the time, not necessarily that you have to do these things all of the time. But I typically cook. I meal prep, especially when I go to work. I like to work my shifts together. I'll meal prep. Another thing that I would suggest is increasing your vegetable intake. So one thing that I do to increase my vegetable intake is I'll go to the grocery store, buy the ingredients for a salad. I'll make one huge salad, put it in the refrigerator, and I'll eat off of that salad throughout the week. I even noticed that the kids, my daughter will eat off of that salad, and also my husband will eat off the salad as well, and it'll last the whole week. And smoothies. You can add kale, spinach. I just had a smoothie this morning. You can add kale or spinach to your smoothie. I like adding spinach. I mean, I like adding kale too, but kale has a distinctive taste and texture when you add it to a smoothie, versus spinach just kind of just blends in with whatever fruit it is that you add to your smoothie. So that's another thing that I suggest. Eat your whole foods. Limit the processed foods. Again, like I said, I don't count macros, so that means that I'm not super hyper concerned about protein like every other fitness guru. I'm not concerned about protein. I'm not doing the protein shakes or eating the protein bars because it's processed. To me, it causes more inflammation. It's worse. It causes more harm than good to your body, in my opinion. Wash your vegetables and wash your fruit. As soon as you go to the grocery store, just get it out the way. Because then throughout the rest of the week, you're able to just pull from your vegetables and your fruit. You don't have to worry about your fruit and vegetables not being washed. So then that becomes a whole nother obstacle, is trying to clean wash your fruit and vegetables as you're going. Like if you just wash it all at once, then come back to it. I know like some people who cut their vegetables up in advance. I personally don't do that. I like my onions fresh. I like my onions. I like my peppers fresh. I like to smell it as I'm cooking it before I'm cooking it and cutting it. I like to smell it. So personally, I don't cut mine in advance, but I know some people do, and I could see that being like something that's very convenient when it's time for you to actually cook. Keep your meals simple. Switch them up. Don't get bored. Don't get bored. When you get bored, I mean, like I'm saying, eat your whole foods, but try something new. Test it out a little bit. Don't allow yourself to get bored, because then you feel like you're eating the same thing every single day, and you're less likely to keep up with this habit in the long run. Like it'll just be like a temporary thing that you're doing. Check your food labels. Check your food label. We have so many added ingredients in our foods. It's a lot. Check your labels, see what ingredients, high fructose, stay away from added sugars, high fructose corn syrup, just limit it, minimize it. I'm not saying cut these things out 100% of the time, but again, it's what you do most of the time versus you trying to cut out everything all of the time. You're able to keep up with these habits when you are doing these things most of the time. I cook my own food, so I suggest cooking your own food, because you don't really know when you go out to eat what ingredients is added into your foods, what added sugars are in, what sugars that they added or sodium. I've tried like the meal prep companies in the past, and I feel like personally they add entirely too much sodium to the food. So I don't do it. I just cook my own food. What I like to do is to cook like meals that take 30 to 60 minutes to prep and to prepare. That just makes my life a little bit easier. Another thing that I do is I intermittently fast. So between the hours of 8 p.m. is usually when I stop eating. It's really earlier than 8 p.m. But I'm going to say at the latest, 8 p.m. is usually when I stop eating. And then I'll start back eating noon. So 12 p.m. the following day. So within that window, I'm fasting. I'm fasting overnight. I'm fasting before I go to bed, and I'm fasting in the morning time before I decide to break my fast. And when I break my fast, I typically break my fast with fruit or a smoothie, either or. I don't usually break my fast with like meat or break my fast with vegetables. I like to break my fast with something that I know is going to kind of continue to get my body cleansing, which is that fruit. I mean, vegetables cleanse too, but I feel like fruit is just easy to digest. So that's typically what I like to break my fast with. The next tip that I want to talk about is hydration. Keeping your body hydrated. And I'm not just saying drinking water, because I actually don't drink plain water. I have to mix my water in with things, and I like to keep it natural because, again, all of the packets and all of that stuff has extra ingredients in it that I don't necessarily care for. It's specifically natural flavors. So I like to keep it simple. Google says, or the internet says, that you should drink half of your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh like 180 pounds, you should be drinking 90 ounces of water a day. I don't drink plain water. Again, I like to squeeze a fresh lime into my water, and then I'll put some pink Himalayan salt in there for like minerals, and that's what I drink. And I drink around a gallon of water a day. Not all the time. It depends on my activity level. Like if I'm more active that day, then I typically drink more water because I sweat when I'm being active. Or if I'm less active, then I'm drinking less water. One thing that I want to add is that when you combine, I read somewhere that when you combine water and lime water, it's alkalizing in the body once you consume it. I like to mix my water with coconut water for minerals. It just helps with the fluid balance in the body. So that's another form of water. So my water is either lime water, or my water is coconut water mixed with filter water, or lime water mixed with filter water and pink Himalayan salt. I like to drink my water slowly. I'm not someone who like to kind of like chug it. I like to drink my water slowly. I still consume all of it, but I just don't chug it all down at once. I suggest that if you're someone who don't typically drink a lot of water, then don't go from drinking like 1 liter of water or 500 milliliters of water to like a gallon. Like it could potentially make you sick. Slowly increase your water intake. Don't try to go from not drinking a whole lot of water to drinking a whole lot of water. Like your body's not used to that. You're going to put your body in shock. It's not used to that. So just slowly increase your water intake. And then my last tip is think of different ways that you can increase your water intake. So like for me personally, I like to drink my water in a big old container all at once. I like to see what I'm about to consume for the day. So personally for me, I like to consume all of my water in a big container. Now for other people, like my mom, she told me that she drinks most of her water when she has them in like little small containers. So she likes to drink small containers over time. Some people like cold water. I'm not a cold water drinker. I like my water room temperature, baby. So yeah, I'm not like some people be having the ice, and I don't do all of that. But if that works for you, I feel like water absorbs better when it's consumed at room temperature. Some people are able to consume more water when they drink through a straw. So I've seen that. Like some people say that. And I think that I actually drink more water when I have a straw. So I drink it through like one of those big straws, but I think that I consume my water, that I can drink more water when it's through a straw. I also want to say lastly is that some people actually like to drink their water over like a course of like a set hour. So like an example is from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. or noon, drink 1 liter, and they'll like slowly drink that 1 liter over that course of time. So you just got to find out what works for you. But again, I'm just sharing my tips and certain things that I do. I've been a water drinker for like years, so it's not even something that I think about. But I used to be a pop drinker when I was a kid and a teenager. And then when I got into health and fitness when I was 23 years old, I'm like, I can't be out here drinking pop and then I'm in the gym. Like that don't make sense. So I slowly increased my water intake, and now it's not even something that I think about. I only consume water and tea. I don't drink pop. I don't drink juice. I don't drink all of those other drinks. I don't drink any of that stuff. I only do water and tea. Okay, so my next tip is sleep. Sleep is so essential, y'all. That is how our bodies recover. That is how we restore. That is how we heal, is through sleep. I aim for 8 hours of sleep at night. So at a bare minimum, I'm going to at least get 7 hours of sleep. I don't even feel well when I don't get enough sleep. I was on night shift. I'm a nurse, and I was on night shift for the last 10 years. And let me tell you, towards the end of that night shift journey, whew, I was getting like 4 hours of sleep and I did not feel very well at all. So definitely get your sleep. Create a bedtime routine. So like if you typically shower, put your pajamas on, get comfortable and cozy. I like to read a book before I go to sleep. Some people like to watch their shows before they go to sleep. I don't recommend watching suspense and horror before you go to bed because for me, it be having my mind racing, just sitting here thinking about what I just watched. I like to watch comedy before I go to sleep because I like to laugh before I go to sleep, or something that I've already watched before that I'm already familiar with, so it's not like throwing me off and then I'm trying to go to bed and then I can't go to sleep because my mind is racing and it takes a minute. The goal is not just to go to sleep, it's to stay asleep. It's just as important. So they have like different devices out there, smartwatches, smart rings, where it can track the quality of your sleep. Like the Oura Ring, Apple Watches, it can track the quality of your sleep. It'll tell you how many times you've awakened. It actually gives you a sleep score, which I think is pretty cool. It'll tell you how many hours how many times you've awakened, like how many hours you got of REM sleep, how many hours you've gotten of deep sleep, which is like your restorative sleep. They have devices out there that tracks the quality of your sleep, which I think is pretty cool. Alcohol. So when I learned that alcohol affects your REM sleep, that was enough for me to kind of pretty much cut it out. I haven't drank alcohol in a while now. Ever since I learned that, I think my sleep is just a little bit more important to me than me drinking. I can have fun without drinking, so she gonna do that. Anywho, back to it. You could take magnesium supplements as well to help with your sleep. One of my friends actually told me about this cocktail. They call it like the Sleepy Girl cocktail, which is tart cherry juice, and they'll take like magnesium, like the magnesium capsules, open the capsule up and put it inside of the tart cherry juice, and then they'll add sparkling water to that and drink that, and apparently that does what it needs to do, because the tart cherry juice has like natural melatonin in it, so it's supposed to help with you sleep. I've never tried. No, I'm lying. I did try it, but I already don't struggle with sleep. Like I pass out. So by me not struggling with sleep, I don't really know. Like during the day when I did struggle with sleep, it was because I was on night shift. It wasn't like I didn't struggle with sleeping at night. I struggle with trying to sleep during the day while my body really is supposed to be awake, because it's not natural to be up all night and to sleep all day. Limit your screen time before you go to bed, because it's the same thing as the movie thing with the horror, and it gets your mind going. It gets your mind going, get your mind racing. And that screen, there's something with the screen. I forgot what they said, and I'm sure somebody gonna correct, but wait, don't look at that screen before you go to bed, because you're gonna stay up. Okay, so my next tip is, man, relax. Relax. Ground yourself, be present, have fun with your family, do things that feel good and great. Because I honestly think that is also a game changer. Like, we be so serious, we want to change these things and change these habits, and like we get so serious, and it just causes, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and it just causes our cortisol levels to increase, which causes you to gain weight or to just stay stagnant where you are. Like, breathe, meditate, do something fun, go outside for a walk, because again, walking helps decrease your cortisol levels. Don't overdo it. It causes too much stress on the body. Spend time with your friends. Laugh. Laughing is really medicine. They not lying when they say that. Relax and listen to your body. I don't do all of the things all of the time. Like, I give myself lots of breaks. I'm actually on an exercise break right now. I give myself lots of breaks, and I notice that when I get back to it, like, it doesn't change how much I've actually invested into my overall journey. Like, me taking a week off or a month off, it doesn't change the amount of effort that I put into it. Don't stay there. Like, don't stay there too long. Don't stay there too long. But give yourself, listen to your body, extend yourself some grace, and take the breaks. Take the breaks. Be nice to your body. Like, it's working hard. It's working hard all of the time. And just extend your body some grace. I really feel I need to mention this last one. This last one. Y'all, ain't nobody about to be losing all of this weight super duper fast. If you're losing a lot of weight fast, it's probably inflammation. It's not fat. You don't lose fat in 5 days. You don't lose fat in 7 days. You're usually losing your body water retention weight. That's usually what it is. Is your body retains some water. We could retain water due to inflammation, due to stress, all of the things. You know, most of us, well, I'm a woman, so I have hormones. I have those female hormones, which can cause you to retain when you are stressed. So a lot of times we're not losing fat. We're not. You got to give your body time. You have to give your body time. When you really want to lose fat, you want to lose weight, and you want to keep it off, you got to give yourself time. I have people come to me all the time like, Dericka, how did you do it? How did you do it? I'm like, look, time gonna keep going. Time is gonna keep going. So it's up to you to make these micro changes, because we're not talking about change everything all at once. I'm telling you different things that I did, and just start slowly. If it resonates with you, start slowly incorporating these things within your habits or your routine. Start incorporating these things slowly, and then you'll notice over time it's just going to compound over time. And when you keep up with these things, we're looking at the bigger picture. We're not looking at day 1 versus day 30. We're looking at year 2. Year 3, year 4. We're looking at what you're doing overall. Your body's going to thank you for this. Overall, it's about health and fitness and wellness. And anywho, what I want to say is it takes time. It takes time. It takes time to lose fat. It's not this is not a lose weight quick thing. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. It takes time. It took me a year postpartum to get back to my base weight. And then now I'm less than that, and my son's going on 2 years old. So just give your body time and extended grace. I'm saying that heavily because I know I used to treat my body like I was a robot. I mean, crazy. At one point in my journey, I used to work out 3 times a day when I had body dysmorphia. It was pretty significant. And then I also thought that I was okay eating in a caloric deficit at like 1,000 calories a day. I'm 5'9". That ain't work for me. What happened was I ended up gaining weight because I was putting my body in so much stress. Again, I'm not telling y'all anything that I haven't either tried or I know somebody else who tried and I know it to be true. But again, I feel like I'm pretty true to this. This is my lifestyle. Like, I'm not just talking to y'all about some ish that I tried out. Like, I do this. I am passionate about this. I'm so passionate about this. I want all of my people to do and to be better. And again, I've went from one opposite end of it where I feel like I overdid it and I put my body under so much stress, to the other end of it where I'm like, yo, it's gonna happen. You doing the right things, yo. It's gonna happen. You just got to give yourself time. Putting too much pressure on yourself will literally cause your body to stress out, which causes you to gain weight and become stagnant. When my family goes out to eat, I had to put this in here too, baby, because listen, when my family goes out to eat, guess what? I'm eating. I'm not sitting here counting no calories or no macros. I'm not sitting here about to be hard on myself. I'm not about to feel bad about eating out, because at the end of the day, like I said, like longevity, the only way to really stay consistent and to make this a lifestyle change is for you to, you got to give yourself breaks. So yes, I'm saying on one end of it, and it might sound contradicting. On one end of it, I'm saying to do the things, but then on the other end of it, I'm also saying to give yourself breaks, because we don't need to do these things all the time to see results. It's going to fall off. It's going to fall off. You just got to give yourself time. If you like today's video, please give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe. I want to continue to create content centered around health, fitness, wellness, whatever it is. I'm going to continue to trial and error, because that's just what I do. And I plan to share these things with you guys, like what worked for me, what did not work for me, what I changed, what I'm going to continue to change. So just ride along this journey with me, y'all.